Hello everyone, welcome to the today's class. Today we will discuss about the immunosuppressant drugs calcineurin inhibitor. In earlier classes we already discussed about the classification of immunosuppressant drugs as well as we already discussed the mechanism of action of all kind of immunosuppressant drugs. So today we will discuss about the pharmacology of calcineurin inhibitor. So you know calcineurin inhibitor, two drugs are there. One is cyclosporin and another one is tacrolimus. So we will discuss about the pharmacology like pharmacokinetic parameters, side effect, drug-drug interactions as well as clinical uses of these drugs. So the first drug is cyclosporin. Okay, so if you are looking cyclosporin pharmacokinetic parameters, then what are the pharmacokinetic parameters of cyclosporin? So first thing is that the volume of distribution is this drug is 3 to 4 liter per kg. Okay, then if you are looking on plasma protein binding of cyclosporin, then what is the plasma protein binding? It is around 34% binding with the lipoprotein. Okay, it is binding with the lipoprotein. Clear? Then the T half of cyclosporin is 10 to 27 hours. So it is in between this range. Clear? Now the drug is metabolized by cytochrome P450 3A4. So almost most of the drug-drug interaction related with the enzyme inhibitors as well as enzyme inducer may cause drug-drug interaction with cyclosporin. So this is about the pharmacokinetic parameter of cyclosporin. And in earlier lecture I already discussed about cyclosporin mechanism of action. Okay, so it is you know very well that it is a calcineurin inhibitor. Okay, so it inhibits calcineurin. So one more thing again I want to discuss about this drug is that basically this drug is inhibiting cell mediated immunity. Okay, it inhibits cell mediated immunity but it do not affect humoral mediated immunity. Okay, it do not affect humoral mediated immunity. So you must learn that it is not affected by this cyclosporin. So in examination the examiner may ask question in GPAT, NIPER and NEET PG which kind of immunity is affected by or inhibited by cyclosporin. Okay, so the options are CMI, HMI, both of these and none of these. So the correct answer is CMI. It inhibits CMI. Clear? Now further, if you are looking on the side effect of this drug, so we must learn the side effect by our punchline, our mnemonics. So what is our mnemonics? So look at the mnemonics. HKG teen DNA live successfully. Okay, DNA live successfully. Clear? So you can remember by this trick HKG teens DNA live successfully. HKG means higher kindergarten. You know very well HKG is the class, primary class. So one by one we will discuss what is H, what does it mean H, what is K, what is G, what is teen and what is D and A and then live and then success. Okay, so H means hirsutism. Okay, hirsutism means excess amount of hair growth. As well as this drug is also causing hypertension. Clear? So these are two side effects. Sustained increase in the BP it is causing. Then K means kalemia, means potassium level. Okay, potassium level increase means the drug is causing hyperkalemia. Okay, G means gum hyperplasia. gum hyperplasia. Okay, then teen means tremors. Teen means tremors. And D means it precipitate diabetes. Diabetes. And N means nephrotoxicity. The drug is it is a dose limiting side effect, nephrotoxicity. Nephrotoxicity. Clear? And then A means anorexia. Okay, anorexia. Anorexia basically it is a food related disorder. Clear? And then live means it cause liver toxicity. It cause liver toxicity. Clear? And then success means it also causing seizures. Clear? So this is all about of the side effects. Now you just remember two things. The first is what? Important is what? Nephrotoxicity. Clear? So nephrotoxicity, and another one is higher level of potassium. So two kind of drug-drug interaction caused by this drug. If you are looking on drug-drug interaction of cyclosporin, then what kind of drug-drug interaction? So if we are giving cyclosporin with potassium supplement, one is potassium supplement and another one is potassium sparing diuretic. Potassium sparing diuretic. Okay. So what happened? There is high level of, it can produce high amount of potassium. So it can increase hyperkalemia. Okay. That's why potassium supplement and cyclosporin cannot mix with each other. Okay. The another side effect is what? If we are giving cyclosporin, again cyclosporin, okay, with nephrotoxic drugs. So example of nephrotoxic drug are aminoglycosides, as well as amphotericin B, and there are so many drugs which can cause nephrotoxicity. So two nephrotoxic drugs cannot be combined with each other. So these drugs should not combine with the cyclosporin. And the other important drug-drug interactions are of cyclosporin is, if we are giving cyclosporin with cytochrome P450 inhibitor and inducer, then such kind of enzyme inducer and inhibitor reaction may impact the plasma level of cyclosporin. Clear? So these drug-drug interaction are important. They can be asked in the examination. So you can mark it important for, these are important for GPAT. Okay, these are important for GPAT purpose. Now further we looking on the clinical uses where we are using cyclosporin. Then cyclosporin is useful in graft rejection cases, okay, as well as this drug is useful for heart transplantation and bone marrow transplantation. Heart transplantation as well as bone marrow transplantation. Clear? So these are the first choice, means this is a first line uses, then it is also used as a second line, okay, second line drug for autoimmune disorder. Okay, autoimmune disorders. Okay, so what are other immune disorders are what? Uveitis, okay, psoriasis, dermatomyositis, citis, and inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, clear, as well as severe rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, so in these cases we are using cyclosporin as a second choice of drug. Clear? So these are the uses of cyclosporin. Okay everyone. Now moving on, tacrolimus. Okay, so tacrolimus is another name of tacrolimus is FK506. Okay, so by this name you can also remember that mechanism of action of these drugs. Okay, tacrolimus is binding with FK binding protein. I earlier discussed in the class of mechanism of action that tacrolimus is also a calcineurin inhibitor, but the binding site is different. So initially it bind with FK binding protein. Okay, now looking on pharmacokinetic parameter of tacrolimus, the absorption. So absorption is variable. Okay, it is variable. And further, if we are looking, food is affecting the absorption. So food may decrease the absorption of drug. Okay, due to the impact of food, if you are taking tacrolimus with the food, then absorption may decrease. So this question may be asked in the GPAT and NIPER examination, as well as NEET PG or any kind of competitive examination. Suppose they can give a hypothetical question. Suppose what kind of question they can give? A person of heart transplantation taking tacrolimus with the food, what is the impact of the drug on its absorption? So absorption may increase, may decrease, not affected, and none of these. Okay, so such kind of questions are important. Then if we are looking on the T half of this drug, so it is around 12 hours. Okay, then metabolism. Okay, metabolism is also affected by cytochrome P450. Okay, cytochrome P450 means again enzyme inducer and inhibitor both may impact the drug-drug interaction. Means in the presence of enzyme inducer and inhibitors like azithromycin, clarithromycin, and erythromycin, the drug plasma level of the drug may increase or may decrease. Okay, if we are looking on the side effect of tacrolimus, then what kind of side effect it cause? Again, I am giving a punchline or mnemonics to learn the adverse event of tacrolimus, and our punchline is what? Again, the simple DNA. Okay, so from DNA we can learn D for again diabetes. Okay, diabetes. Second, N for nephrotoxicity, and A for alopecia. Okay, so it is different. Alopecia means loss of hair. Okay, alopecia means loss of hair, and D again means diarrhea. Okay, so these are the major adverse event of these drugs of tacrolimus, but it cause lesser hirsutism, lesser hyperkalemia, gum hyperplasia, and these are very less. So there is a less side effect than cyclosporin. Okay everyone, so that is important point as far as concern of clinical uses, because it is producing less amount of side effect. One more thing you must learn about the tacrolimus, that it is 100 times potent. It is 100 times potent than cyclosporin. Okay, so this is important point, and question may be asked in the competitive examination, which drug is more potent, cyclosporin or tacrolimus. So you must remember that it is more potent. Clear? Now further, if we are looking on the drug-drug interaction of tacrolimus, then it called, because it is metabolized by cytochrome P450. So again, enzyme inducer and inhibitor kind of cytochrome P450, such kind of adverse event may caused by tacrolimus. Then moving on the uses. So what are the uses of tacrolimus? So again, the uses are almost similar. Here we can use it as a graft rejection cases, as well as heart, liver and bone marrow transplantation. Clear, everyone? Okay. And in cases where nephrotoxicity, okay, nephrotoxicity by cyclosporin, nephrotoxicity by cyclosporin, so the patient who are not able to tolerate cyclosporin due to nephrotoxicity, in such cases tacrolimus can be used. Tacrolimus is the drug of choice, and due to lesser side effect, nowadays tacrolimus become a drug of choice in many of the transplantation cases, and tacrolimus is also useful in some of the autoimmune disorder. Clear, everyone? So this is all about on calcineurin inhibitor. I hope you are able to understand this comparison of calcineurin inhibitor. Here I already discussed some questions which are already asked in competitive examination.
Hello everyone, now it's time for question round. Question number 1, cyclosporin produces which side effect? A. Nephrotoxicity, B. Gram hyperplasia, C. Hirsutism, and D. All of these. Question number 2, what happened when cyclosporin given with potassium sparing diuretic? A. Can cause hypokalemia, B. Can cause hyperkalemia, C. Do not affect potassium level, D. None of these. Question number 3, what happened when cyclosporin given with vancomycin? A. Such combination increase nephrotoxicity, B. Such combination decreases nephrotoxicity, C. Do not affect nephrotoxicity, and D. None of these. Question number 4, true about tacrolimus. A. It is macrolide derivative, B. It produces higher nephrotoxicity than cyclosporin, C. It produces less hirsutism than cyclosporin, and D. None of these. Question number 5, cyclosporin inhibit A. Cell mediated immunity, B. Humoral mediated immunity, C. Both of these, and D. None of these. So I already given answer of all of these questions in my lecture, so go through with the lecture and answer in the comment box.
So like, share and subscribe the channel.